Alright, so this is Neifarious, and I'm going to be doing a replay analysis for this player here, Shadow Pain. I'm only 3.4k, but I have been playing a lot of Ember lately, and it's definitely one of my favorite heroes, so I'm just going to try to skip ahead to after the pick phase. And one thing about Ember Spirit is he's probably one of the best, if not the best, let's go to player perspective, if not the best solo Q carry. Just the ability the capabilities he has to split up the map really quickly and at the same time be able to get in fights like also really quickly is really valuable. Am I on the wrong player? That was weird. My bad. Let me go back a minute or so. Okay, yeah, let's just start from the beginning. See what his starting items are. There's a lot of personal choice. This is alright. I think he should hopefully buy a Quelling Blade in the side lanes once he gets there. Mango is a pretty good item too if you choose to get it, although it's not necessary at all. It's just personal preference. So let's fast forward to the rune spot. I'm just going to be trying to see how he goes about split pushing and talk about his build. I'm not going to go over every little thing
30 seconds to back.
Because I don't think I want to try to go over the things he wanted to go over, and the two things he really specified were, you know, how's my build and how is my split pushing. So that's what I'm going to talk about the most. And Ember is one of the best split pushing heroes in the game right now. And one unfortunate coincidence is that this game, it kind of sucks to split push against just because of the IO. So the Wisp is very, very good against split pushing heroes, although Ember should be able to get away virtually every time unless they relocate out of his vision and then like have a Pudge blink on him or something. This is a pretty bad lane for Ember, but it is double melee, but it's a really heavy harass lane. Kunkka's got Tidebringer and Ogre has Ignite, so it's gonna be kind of difficult for him, especially since as of right now he's alone, and it looks like his silencer is gonna walk down with him, which isn't gonna help terribly in lane. I don't think it's gonna help, of course, but it's not gonna make the lane all that much easier. So he's going for a poor man shield, and I actually really like that. But I still think he should get a Quelling Blade, because if I believe, let's see, yeah, because he has less damage than the Ogre and the Ember, or sorry, the Ogre and the Kunkka, if you take into account Tidebringer. So he's having problems CSing under tower, and that's something that a lot of players have a really hard time with. He just needs to pre-hit. If you hit the melee creep once and the range creep once, then you should be able to get the last hit on them. If there's no other like damage going out to the creeps. So once okay, that was bad. Okay, I'm gonna stop and talk about that. That was really bad. So he just used the courier to bring him Slippers of Agility, and that you just cannot do that. That is not acceptable. Right now, I do not think Queen of Pain has bottle. Let me go to free camera. I want to see how much money. Let me unpause it. It's not letting me. Yeah, Queen of Pain is close to bottle, but does not have it. So you cannot use the courier just to bring you your Slippers of Agility, especially considering you can buy Slippers of Agility at the side shop. So that's it's a really big issue. Efficient courier usage is something a lot of players have trouble with, and that I've only recently really started to get good at. So Quap there tried to get her bottle brought to her, but he's using the courier. So that's just one thing you really need to look out for, because you can get the poor man. You can finish poor man's at the side shop. I would like to see him when he finishes poor man's get a Quelling Blade, and then he shouldn't have any problems CSing in this lane. Let's see if he does that. He did. Oh, that was good. Good job. That's good. But again, do not use the courier to bring you your slippers of agility. Your mid needs to get their bottle, because I think Quap ended up walking back to get her bottle, which is potentially game losing. That she's missing so much XP. So that's definitely something you need to improve upon. But this is a pretty good like starting items for the early game. Your silencer's kind of pushing. One thing I think you could do is, now that silencer is here with you, use your flame guard and just run at them. Ember wins a lot of lanes by turning on flame guard and running at people. It does a very good amount of damage. And with that, plus your auto attacks, plus you can maybe even get a kill with bolas if the silencer is helping you. But a lot of you can very liberally use flame guard.
Dyer's middle tower is in the wrong end of business.
So that was okay. You didn't die. Yeah, you salve up. That's fine. And again, I'm only 3.4k, but I'm just going to point out the things I think are really important. Yeah, with the Quelling Blade and the Poor Man's, it's really easy to last hit. But the Silencer is trying to take last hits though, so that probably complicates things a little bit. That was my Steam, by the way, in case anyone's watching. But see, that was pretty good flame guard. Oh, actually, another efficiency thing. Whenever a new wave comes along, and you think it's safe, you can turn on Flame Guard to farm with it. Don't use Flame Guard if the creeps are all almost dead. Don't use Flame Guard if, you know, there's only 2 creeps left. But if there's a new wave coming, you can definitely use Flame Guard to farm up a little bit. It really helps in the early stage of the game. It's a lot of damage coming out. With that Flame Guard plus your autos, especially with the Quelling Blade, very, very easy to get every last hit in the wave for that matter.
Bottom lane is missing.
Dyer's top tower is not on top of things.
So I think you're standing way too far back. Like you're missing out on some experience and some last hits you can probably get.
Radiant's middle tower is not safe.
And again, like I think you should probably practice your last hitting. Maybe just go into a bot game with Ember, buy the items you would normally buy. I don't really like that Shadow Fiend challenge, and just last hit. Just practice farming, practice your, you know, get comfortable on the attack animation. So that's one thing you can definitely do, really help you improve. Yeah, you can get your last hits aren't really good for 630. I think you'd probably want at least 10 more, or maybe even twice as much as what you have now. It's okay that you're in the jungle here, but you're missing a full wave. Actually, I don't think it's okay. You're missing a full wave. Like, there was a full creep. Oh, you pulled. Okay, no, that's fine then. If you have to pull for yourself, then that's acceptable. But if you pull through, this will be okay. But if you get double waved, it could be really bad. Unless you want to go for a kill. Yeah, no, you're gonna get double waved. So this is okay.
That makes 2.
But you missed a lot of lane experience, and you didn't really need to pull right then because your creeps were already close to the tower. Because Kunkka's just gonna default push because he has it toggled on, which isn't really smart. But you could have also bought that bottle at the side shop. It's only 1 charge, but that's another small thing. Probably not actually that big of a deal. With the bottle, it's fine to bring from base, because the 3 charges is a really important thing to have.
Dyer's top tower isn't well at the moment.
Let's get back to player perspective now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Another thing, I think you could probably have a TP, but actually you're probably not going to make any rotations, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, you're fairly underfarmed. By now, you'd probably be at least close to, see, the IO is there. You'd probably be much closer to your travels. If you had a lot better farm, so that's something to work on, but that's an underlying thing, that's something you can easily improve on with just practice. Your itemization is pretty good otherwise right now. You've got good items for going into the jungle, you've got good items for even early, like fighting early, although I think you could probably substitute the poor man's for an Aki ring since you were up against melee heroes. You weren't really taking a lot of right click harass, you were taking a lot of spell harass, so the Aki ring might have been better. Because you use your Flame Guard to farm the small camp, you didn't have it up to go out with the last hit. You may have been able to use Searing Chains there to get a kill. Yeah, this should be a kill.
Chained in searing heat.
Okay, good. You moved yourself so that the range creep is getting hit by the Flame Guard. Your travels, I'm gonna guess, will probably be around, if you don't die, 14 minutes, maybe? Maybe. And that's not terrible, but you should be trying to aim for probably around, definitely sooner than that. I'm not well versed enough on Ember, well played enough on Ember to say an exact timing, but ideally I would probably say in between 10 and 13 minutes. If your courier dies here, that's really bad. You could definitely go for a kill here if you had Flame Guard. Oh, a big thing you're doing right now that's kind of a problem. You don't have a safety remnant out. So that's something you could work on, is whenever you don't, as Ember, whenever you don't have a remnant ready to jump to, you should definitely not be fighting. You should avoid fighting as much as possible, because dying on this hero is really bad, because he's super reliant on getting these items out to split push and to just have the game impact. Even if you want to build the fighting build on Ember, you need to not die. Just always have a remnant out that you can jump to. Always.
Middle tower may need a hand.
Yeah, he's definitely dead. That was good. It sucks the creep got the last hit, but that was good.
Behold my searing chains.
Okay, good. Yeah, pretty much with Ember, the real strength of Ember is as long as you have a remnant ready to jump to, you shouldn't ever die. You should very rarely, if ever, die on this hero when you have a remnant out. It was okay to use a remnant aggressively there. There's a lot of times you don't want to do that, but that was fine. You had people here, but here's the issue now, you don't have a remnant to escape with. So if you die here, oh, it looks like you're going to be okay. But that's really risky. If you use an remnant aggressively and don't have a remnant out, right, like to escape from if things go bad, it could cost you your life and then delay your items even more. And that's, you're already going to have fairly late travels.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
Missing bottom.
You should probably just what I would do, I think, is throw out a remnant, run back to base, refill the bottle, and then jump back to, or even throw out a remnant, TP back to base, and so you can refill your bottle and then just jump back. I want to see if you do that. Yes, you do. Okay, good. Yeah, that's one of the strengths of Ember Spirit, so this is good. You've got some of the base concepts of this hero down pretty well. I'm glad you're going for the Travels build. I see a lot of Embers go the Phase build, which is probably not terrible if you're going to be fighting. This is alright. It's good that you're in the jungle. You wouldn't be getting any of those last hits in lane. You've got Quap and Silence there. So, what I think you could do, though, is run mid. Nah, your team's going to go there. Probably just stay in this lane and pressure it, actually. Yeah, that's probably a good play. And if anyone else is watching this, if I say something wrong, please do not hesitate to say, hey, that's wrong. You said something wrong. He should have done this or should not have done what you suggested, so on and so forth. Because it will help me and it will help him, which I want to try to do. So I'm gonna fast forward a bit while you farm. You don't have a TP scroll. You should probably have one. Which is, because if you had a TP, you could probably TP into some of these fights, or even start split pushing now.
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Killing spree.
Sounds like someone TP'd down here. Alright, your farm has gotten a little bit better now. You're using Flame Guard to farm waves properly. And now that I don't think anyone's down here, so you could definitely pressure this. Yeah, you have a remnant in the back, so you're pretty safe. You're tanking tower. Let's see if you break the aggro. No. Yeah, you took definitely a lot more hits than you should have. Yeah. Okay. So probably practice breaking tower aggro, or just backing up before the creep that's about to die does die, so it doesn't target you. There's a few people out there who could really explain how tower aggro works. I only have a very vague idea. Okay, so you finish your travels, and this is when you really start to split the map on this hero. Because now you can drop a remnant down here, for example, and then go top, or mid, or wherever else you can find some farm. Okay, so you should probably actually throw a remnant out and travel back to base and heal up. I imagine next time is going to be Battle Fury. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That was good.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, so you actually do go back for the Aki Ring, which is probably not bad. You need some damage, and the mana regen will help a lot. Yeah, good. Turn on Flame Guard. Definitely the right thing to do right there. You do not have a safety remnant. Okay, now you do. And that is the Kunkka. Okay.
That makes two. Dire's bottom tower is on its way further down.
Yeesh, Southeast Asia servers, man. You might be able to TP to mid. That would have been good, actually. Have a remnant bot TP mid, farm up the wave mid, and then remnant back to... Yeah, that's good. It's good you TP'd there. I don't know if you saw that there was a bunch of people coming, but you did get out before several people showed up. And you have a remnant bot lane, I believe, so that's a good safety remnant, and you can get back to get some more farm.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, your farm has definitely gotten way better. You still have a remnant down there. You could probably... It'd be pretty dangerous to jump. You don't have Flame Guard just yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You need a safety remnant out now. Just... That's something even I continue to do poorly. Just always, always, always have a remnant. I would probably leave this lane, too. You're not doing a lot down here, or up there. There's nothing really happening. So definitely go... Oh boy, wow. How about that?
Radiant's bottom tower has a nasty situation.
Careful. Once that silence ends, you're definitely gonna... Alright, good. That was... You had the DD, you were fine. Yeah, that was interesting that Pudge was down there, like the way he was.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, sorry about your team, man, but, Alright, let's see. Let's fast forward a little bit. I'm gonna try to get to the part where you start the split pushing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, you got your Aki ring. That helps with split push, actually. Alright, you have a remnant bot to jump to in case things go bad. Because they really don't have very good control for you. Besides, like, the Pudge ult. But that's not even... Let's see, how long does that last? It's 3 seconds, so they could feasibly kill you in that 3 seconds.
Quite dangerous, this one.
I'm not sure you know, but if you A-click creeps when the tower's attacking you, it should break tower aggro. Alright, so I don't know how much longer your safety remnant's up for. But you do have a safety remnant, which is what matters.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Being snared in fire.
See, that's what I said about, like, the remnanting aggressively.
Dire's middle tower is in the wrong.
Ooh, that's sad. But, see, now you don't have any way to get out after this. Alright, so you should be okay. Good job.
Killing spree.
That was a good job. But, just be really cautious about aggressive remnants. You shouldn't need to remnant to do chains, because you should be able to slide a fist and chains them. Which is much safer and leaves you the opportunity to escape, especially when you don't have vision like this and you don't know where they are. So your Battle Fury will probably be fairly late.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You could probably use Flame Guard to farm this wave. Actually, definitely use Flame Guard to farm this wave. There's a lot of gold to get. I would have used it a little sooner, but
Radiant's top tower
yeah,
is
for
getting
sure.
walloped.
When the wave is that big and you have Flame Guard up, by all means just use it. Alright, you have a safety remnant. You're going bot, which is really good. There's a lot of farm down there. You're doing an alright job splitting. It'll be easier to tell later, because right now you're not really trying to split push. Right now you're just trying to find farm to get your Battle Fury so you can begin split pushing. And once more, if someone hears something I'm saying really wrong, please let me know right away. Just comment that, hey, this is wrong, you are incorrect, and I will make a note about that and see if I can learn more about that. So that I don't lead someone, I don't want to provide people with wrong information. You could probably pick up your Perseverance at the side shop. This is a decent TP, but there's no farm up here. I guess you can get this wave, make some pressure. See, that's alright. Yeah, you're making some good pressure, although it might have been better to pressure bot lane, because it's safer to pressure much safer to pressure a T1 than it is to go on their T2. Good job. That was a good jump back. I don't know if you just happened to jump back or you knew that Pudge was coming, but that was very good. Yeah, that's some pretty good space. And I think you have a remnant out. Yes, you do. Good. Just make sure you always, always, always have a safety remnant.
Dire's bottom tower is in turmoil. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Your remnant's about to die, so okay, I think you're backing. And if not, I hope you at least throw out another remnant. Okay, you're okay. You backed. All right, good job. Good job TPing up to top. I think that was probably the right choice.
One of the heroes experienced some technical difficulties.
Your farm is okay now, but you should definitely have Battle Fury by now. You shouldn't die here.
Flame dies out.
Or did you not have a... Oh, you did have a remnant. That's not awful. Well, actually, it's really bad to die like that. I take that back. You can't afford to die now, especially. You really just can't. Because if you die like that, you really hurt your team. Because they're kind of... It's up to you to make space. And, okay, I'm talking out of my ass, but, basically what I'm trying to say is dying right now is terrible for you. You are behind. You cannot afford to die when you are behind, especially on a hero like Ember, who relies on his items so that he can make space and make plays and be impactful. So forget everything I said before that last sentence. But all you have to remember is don't die. Try your hardest not to die, and a hero like Ember shouldn't die very much at all. I don't know what happened about your remnant, but you did have one out, so I don't know what that was. Maybe it was lag or something earlier. Right, so you should throw out a remnant. You should have dropped a remnant right back at your tower, and I hope you don't die, but you should definitely have a remnant out right now. This is dangerous. You have no vision on their side of the map. Okay, good. You have a remnant, so that's good. Anytime you don't have vision, and even if you do have vision, always, always, always have a remnant.
This is mayhem.
Alright, it's good you're pressuring. You couldn't really contribute. You can't contribute in fights right now that well. You're extremely far behind. You probably could have gotten... Nah, that was a good jump out. You might have been able to get like one more hit on the tower, but that's it. Alright, good. You threw down a remnant. You're very close to your Battle Fury, but it's extremely late. I'm talking 7-8 minutes late. Alright, that's good. He didn't ult or anything, but you did force a rotation. You survived. TPing top might have been better. If you're trying to split push, you don't really want to be grouped. TVing top might have been better. I do not know. Okay, good job jumping back. And now you can pressure this lane down here. So that's good. That was alright. I think it might have been better to go top, push in top, and then come back bot. That might have been the better play. Then you would have split up the map, and that fight that's happening right now may not have actually ever happened. Okay, good. You threw down a remnant. Yeah, you have an extremely late Battle Fury, and that just has to do with last hitting and trying and not dying. It's because you got the last one on that tower. I'm curious about what you go next. There's a couple options. There's the two kinds of build. There's like the fighting build, the damage build, where you just go right into crit.
Dire's bottom tower is on its way further down.
Okay, this is good. You should be fairly safe. I think if your supports aren't buying wards, and I guess they are, but they're not placing them in good spots for you, you could even buy a ward and place it like over here. I'll just go free camera, place it like here or here so that you can push for longer. That's something that's extremely useful. One thing I don't know if you should be doing is grouping with your team. That's probably not really what you want to be doing. I don't think you want to be with your team that much. You have okay, like, team fight without you. Like, you've got the Clop ult, you have Global, you have the Legion duel. So, I want to see what happens here. Okay, so you probably should have just cut that other wave.
Dire denied their middle tower.
It's not like I guess it's not a really serious issue, but yeah, you're going for the crit build. That's fine. I've seen there's a lot of like discussion, I guess, among certain people and against certain lineups. Good job. See, that's like the value of just having that safety remnant. You should never die. And back to the builds thing, I'm going to touch on it. Going for the crit is probably fine here. Actually, the Manta... So, the two choices are people really either go like Daedalus or they go for like a Manta style. And what makes the Manta style really good is you can get out of any like silences, like if they get an Orchid. Or I don't know if it works on X marks, but I think it does. You could escape the X mark. It helps a little bit with just split pushing in general, I guess. A little more tower damage, you know. But in games, like, if you're against a silencer, I think you just have to go for the Manta.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It also makes you a little tankier, and still provides you with decent damage. So it's just probably a personal preference thing, but situationally, it's something to keep in mind, situationally, that you need Manta style more than, say, your crit, right? It doesn't help how much damage you're doing if you die in like a hit, or if you're silenced and can't contribute.
Worthy tribute.
Radiant's top tower is gone.
Alright, you're drinking the bottle, you have your crit. Now I think you should just start split pushing. You should only fight when you know you can fight, and only fight if you can TP into the fight. When you're trying to play this hero, like, you should... I mean, you had a remnant there, so it's not like there was much you could do. Once you can, just TP bot lane. Just go somewhere else. Just be separate from your team, because what makes split pushing just good is that, you know, there's never a 5-man fight. Oh, your team lost a team fight? Well, I claim to tower. That's what you really want to try to do. So that's something to think about, but your travels are on cooldown here, so it's not really, like... So yeah, this is a good fight to take. Oh boy. How about that? Yeah, that's not a good remnant. I don't think you ever kill Pledge in this situation.
Dire's top tower.
You need a... I don't know if you have a safety remnant. I can't tell. That was a really bad relocate.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under
See, this is why you need the safety remnants.
killing spree.
Shamed in searing heat.
Alright, let's see if you can make it out. You should have, oh, you're fine, okay. Never mind. And in a perfect world, you probably would have popped the Flame Guard just in case he throws Ignite on you, or the Wisp gets to hit you with more than one Spirit. Yeah, so this ended up being with your Silencer having an Abandon, so I'm still gonna talk about the game. Alright, let's fast forward a bit, get you to a lane. Alright, so your farm's gotten a little bit better thanks to getting the Battle Fury and the crit. So with that plus Flame Guard, you shouldn't ever really miss the last hit if you're the only one attacking the wave. Even if you're not the only one attacking the wave, you have a ton of damage. So I see you're going to complete the Daedalus, and that's probably okay. I wonder if after that you should just go a Linkens. Oh, you should just kill this guy. Uh-oh. That was a bad call from me. Let's see if you can Remnant out. See if you can TP. They might find you. Uh-oh. Okay, so that sucks. You need to throw out a Remnant right now in your base.
Be ensnared in fire.
Okay, so you lived, so it worked out for the best, but I think generally in that situation you just want to be able, like, okay, if you see your X marks, just throw down a Remnant in your base or wherever you teleported to and just jump back to it right away. You got a kill out of it, so it's alright, but just generally speaking.
One of the heroes experienced some technical difficulties.
Okay, so it's taken you a little bit of time to get that Daedalus online, which is probably okay, I think. I think you should have TP'd top. You definitely should have. I guess Pudge is there. You should have TP'd mid then. Basically, you shouldn't be TPing back to base unless you absolutely have to. You should be trying to get as much farm, pushing lanes as hard as you can for as long as you can. Like, even if Pudge was there, I do not think that he can solo kill you. If you pop your Flame Guard and you have your you have a Remnant out, he shouldn't ever be able to kill you. Like, he just does not do enough damage. Maybe if he has Ags and can hook you right after his ult ends. Oh, what a really unfortunate Remnant. So that's one of those, that's why, so your Remnant placement needs to be somewhere that is definitely safe. Not somewhere that's probably okay. Somewhere that's, you're definitely safe. Is it on the Shadow Fiend now? Like at your tower, in your base. Always have Remnants in those kinds of places so that you know you're not gonna, nothing like that's gonna happen. Especially since they changed it so Remnants don't get vision anymore. You need to make sure your Remnants are in a safe spot. Let's fast forward to when you're alive. Okay. I don't know about fighting that guy. I don't even know about TPing down here in the first place. I think you probably should have gone mid. It's hard to do, but you need to identify, like, okay, will it actually help if I TP here? Will I actually be able to contribute? Will I just die? Will I save anyone? You need to ask yourself whether or not it's worth it. And I don't think in that case it was, because all you ended up doing was just throwing down a Sleight of Fist. When there was a wave in mid you could be taking, you could be pressuring out top lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is now a pile of dust. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You definitely should have been pushing out the mid lane or the top lane. I don't think TPing bot helped your team at all. I don't think it made any difference.
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand.
There, I probably would have gone mid if... You just need to be... It's hard to make the calls. Really, it really is. It's not an easy thing to do, but you need to be able to make, like, you need to be able to determine which lane actually benefits from you being there. Like, if you can't help with a fight, there's no need. If you know you can't kill the person who's pushing in your tower, then don't go. You just need to be getting farm always. I don't know if you actually get Skadi next, and I think it's actually okay. You could use the beef. Also, the slow is pretty helpful.
What wicked slaughter!
Let's see if you can get this guy. If you had cleaved him on the creep wave, I mean, he would have died anyway, but you're probably just... That was greedy and not worth it. That's the drawback of using remnants aggressively. Unless it's like the last person alive on their team, unless you know it's gonna be fine, I don't think it's smart to use remnants aggressively. It's like blinking aggressively on Quap. It's like, oh shit, I got in over my head, I'm just gonna die. And that's what happened there. So that's one thing to think about. Just gonna fast forward back to when you're alive. Okay. I would have TP'd top. Okay, you're doing it. So definitely try to, like, your split push is not really that great right now because you're not really pressuring around the map. You're not really like forcing them to make choices. You're not forcing any rotations. You're sticking with your team, which is okay if you're trying to go for like a high ground push, I guess. But you're not. You're behind, and when you're behind, you just got to make space. So right here, this is good. This is good to just be up here pushing, and maybe you don't know, you know, and you see they're all bots. So just stay up here, stay pushing. It'd be great if you claim your remnant's about to die, so you need to throw one out. It's okay you're tanking this tower. It's probably good so your creep wave stays alive.
Dire's top tower was utterly destroyed.
I don't know if I would have TP'd back. Oh, actually, I think you need to defend this. You can't get racks. Again, I'm not pot. This is one of those ones that's kind of hard to call. You might have forced TPs if you stayed and pushed. Okay, good remnant back. Let's see. Oh, there's actually a lot more left in this game. Try to slide a fist people when they're inside a creep wave. It increases your damage by a pretty substantial amount. Alright, that was pretty good to kill the wisp. I would have just TP'd. You're getting fountain camped. I think this is when you want to get out of here. Just TP top, make pressure. Because if you had pressured in those two towers, you might have, by now you probably would have got racks or at least forced back a rotation. So that's just, like, if that kind of thing is happening, where it's like, oh, they're fountain camping us, but they're not going for any more objectives, you could probably just split push instead. And maybe make something happen, like get some damage on T3s, maybe even take a tower if you're lucky.
Dire's middle tower is under fire.
So let's see what happens up here. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit. Okay, so you do have your remnant back, so that's good. No, yeah, okay, good. I was gonna say, now that they've shown that they're there, just remnant out, just get out. Yeah, I don't think MKB is really the item here. They have no butterflies. And as a hero like Ember, you don't really want to have to fight that much. I think Skadi would have been a lot better. Yeah, definitely I think Skadi. Skadi or Manta would have been alright. What other options did you have? Well, at least you didn't get like another Daedalus or something. But
Radiant's top tower.
definitely keep pressuring this. Definitely keep pressuring this. Okay, good. I hope you stay, and I hope you take this tower. Because you're gonna force rotations. Your remnants. Okay, good. Yeah, he's gonna die.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
See if you use that wand. Yeah, you might have lived if you used your wand. I'm not sure what he killed you with. That would have been a fair amount of healing. And once more, that's just using remnants aggressively is generally not the play. So, and I know I've said that a bunch of times, but I feel like it's just the truth. You have to be really, really picky and choosy when you remnant in so aggressively. Like, it's so dangerous. And right there, I guess that trade was ultimately worth it for your team. But I don't know if it's really what you wanted. And I still think you should have got the Skadi. Probably should have sold the bottle there instead of the Aki ring. Just for stats, I don't think the bottle's gonna do too much for you. You do have a safety remnant, that's good. And I just want to say it one more time, and I just can't stress this enough. You have to be really, really choosy when you're using remnants aggressively. Like, you have to be really, really choosy. Okay, this is, you probably want to pop Flame Guard and then farm this wave. Yeah. Okay, you don't have a remnant, but now you do. Alright, so you can just get there. Okay. Okay, so
Dire's top tower isn't
I think your split push was okay. I think your last hitting needs some work. You got really, 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 really aggressive in places you really, really shouldn't have. Probably not dueling. You probably shouldn't do that here, but
double kill.
alright, that was good. You got a double. You cannot 1v1 him.
Dangerous, this one. 3 slain. This is mayhem. 4 lives lost.
Oops.
Radiant's middle tower is not safe.
That was a decent kill on him, but okay, so mid is shoved in. I guess this is all you can really do right now, is just try to push like this. This is kind of a shitty spot to be in, because you have to push, you're pushing out these lanes and you're not getting any gold for it. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. There's only a little bit of this game left. Yeah, so this is just you farming the creeps and stuff. You should go mid. At least like slight the wave once or something. Just doing any damage on the waves is good. Alright, so I'm glad you're pushing out some other lane. You need to always be doing this. And and I know you want to fight, I know you want to go and join in on fights, but you don't have to. On this hero, you can win the game for your team just by forcing them to, by taking towers so they lose map control, by forcing rotations so the fights become even or even in your favor, like number-wise, and then you get really ahead because you get a ton of gold.
Illusion.
Yeah, I don't know, I don't think I would have got Manta style this game, Because I'm not sure if X breaks it or not, or if you can break X with it or not. Yeah, you're in a really bad, like, when you lose map control in this kind of game, like your team has, it becomes really hard to play split push like this. What you end up having to do is you probably would actually want to get a blink dagger, and just cut their wave, like cut their, like, and I don't think you need to be there. You probably should just push. That's a tiny efficiency thing. But I just think you get a blink dagger and you just wander down their lanes and cut the wave. You just like hang out behind their tower, behind their T2s, cut the wave, be cautious not to get hooked, and then they can't push in, and you just buy time for your team. And Blink Dagger is a very good item on Ember, and I see you're getting another, you want to get another Daedalus, but I do not think that's going to help you. I think you need the Blink for better positioning and to split push better. A Skadi for survivability because you die extremely fast in these fights. Or possibly a Linkens Sphere, so you don't get ulted by the Pudge or X-marked, or just stunned by the Ogre. And then you can split push a lot more safely, because then if Pudge hooks you, he can't just member you and you just jump away. It's tempting to go for more damage. I know the dream is to like rampage off one Sleight of Fist, but in this game, the only way you guys are going to win is by splitting the map. And it's unfortunate it was 4v5, but and I have kept that in mind the whole game, but I'm just trying to offer valid criticisms. And one more time, let me state, if I said anything incorrect, if I messed something up, if I missed something really big that he did wrong, or that if I didn't give him credit for something he did really right, please tell me. And definitely like comment that happened. I don't know why you remnanted there. Well, I guess it was about to die, but still. It does suck because you guys don't have any like wards that really help you. Because you could use some deep wards about now. Yeah, let's fast forward. There's nothing. You need to be doing something. Because you stood in your base for probably 30 to 50 seconds. I don't know, it was fast forwarded, and that's bad. You need to you need to have left base a lot sooner than that. Alright, you have a safety remnant. It's got some good duration left on it. See if you force a rotation. You probably could have kept pushing. Your remnant had probably 15 seconds left on it, and you may have forced rotations. Like, since you knew they were all mid, you definitely should have kept pushing. Alright, so this looks pretty bad. Yeah, I think this is probably where it GG's. Oh, thank God that had missed you. It touched a good max.
Radiant's middle barracks are in trouble. That's the end of Radiant's middle barracks. Dire's top barracks not in top condition. Radiant's middle tower may need a hand.
Yeah, I definitely think you should have stayed top. I don't think you being there made any substantial difference in the fight, and what you could have done is possibly forced rotations, and if the Shadow Fiend bought back, because I think they would have killed him anyway, he would go to you instead of going into your base, which, who knows, it's one of those hypotheticals, but I think you should have definitely stayed at split pushing. And it's really scary. It's really hard to look at your team taking a fight, especially in your base. You're so close to your base, but definitely it comes down to decision making, and you'll learn that better as you practice. Like, it's I think you did all right. There's definitely a lot of things you can improve upon, and I want to close this just by quickly going over the last few points. Okay, so definitely work on last hitting. you did not get your core items in a timely manner at all. You were very, very slow to farm. Careful, be much more careful and much more choosy about using remnants aggressively. That you died several times because you didn't have a remnant out to escape to. You should have probably got a Linken Sphere this game. I think that would have helped you immensely. You need to be willing to, you need to choose when to split push and when to fight better. You fought in some fights you really shouldn't have. Your team did not need you. And if you split push, you can force TPs. You can force them to try to run away so that they can defend their base. A lot of people will panic when they see their T3 getting beat on, and they'll run back. So that's something you need to think about. And lastly, I'm just going to say a couple things I think you did okay. You had a couple good like remnant dodges, remnant jumps, but generally I feel like you played pretty subpar. And a lot of that does have to do with your poor farming early game. Because if you had gotten your travels at like 3 minutes sooner and then your battle fury at like 7 minutes sooner, you would have made a lot more pressure on the map, and it would, at that stage of the game, it would have been so much harder for them to ever kill you. So I really hope this helps you, and I'm going to be typing out an analysis for you, but I just kind of did this for me too. I really want to practice doing these. And I really hope you appreciate this, and if not, I'm sorry I couldn't help you more. I really hope, you know, you get to where you want to get with your Ember play, and I hope, you know, the things I pointed out help you. So that's all I have for now, and thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.